Oh, Sunday morning. Father Moo on the mic. And this is album creation time again. In the last stream in this sequence, we did patch 10 and patch 15 from our previously analyzed yes patches. I'm going to just flip the script here. And I kind of want to start from the bottom because I heard some people started from the bottom and now they are here. It's a Canadian thing. You can look it up. So anyway, I just kind of like these patches and I don't know where I'm going to go with them. I don't know if they're going to need a lot of tweaking or if they're just going to play themselves. But that's where I wanted to start today, so I'm dialing them in. Let's start with 64. There it is. Let's bring it up. So this is the very last patch from the stream before we made the cutoff for the album. The so-called redacted patch didn't get a lot of views. That's fine. Maybe my title was too weird. But this is the one where we famously made the whole thing very slowly and then brought up the tempo at the end so the patch got named It's Not Slow. Anyway, I'm not going to waste a whole bunch of time talking about it. I'm going to get right down to digital brass tacks here and start recording. Because this is a dubdown session, that's what we do. Here's my audio recorder, which I need as well. So I'll be commenting in text-to-speech if I need to. If I don't say anything, it's because I'm just letting the patch run, I guess. Here we go. Just going to turn this mic off while I do this.
So I did some semi-random tweaking here. I started with the filters. That's normal enough. Next up, noise color tweaking. I guess over the years I've learned which knobs I'm most likely to tweak in real time, and filters and noise type are common targets for me. Amount of modulation knobs are also common targets. But although you see a lot of tweaking on screen, is the sound changing much? Not really. Finally, I start dubbing out some of the voices by reducing them in the mixer. Dub-style composition often involves removing elements from the skeleton of a piece and seeing if the structure can still stand, or what gaps are revealed.
Nice. Okay, I like that. Good take. Good take. As an ambient piece of music, it generated what I thought were useful bits while I messed with it. You'll have heard me commenting in my robot voice anyway. Didn't hear any clips or horrible bits there, so good stuff. Let's load up another patch from our list. That was 64. Let's go to 60. Right, and of course, sorry, that's just a little bit loud. This guy is the partner of 53. I think 53 makes more sense to start with. And I think I'm going to dub these directly into the same recording. I'll just hit record once on my on Audacity and put them both in the same mix. Might look like a very low level here. Oh, I also noticed that last one was mono, even though it had a chorus at the end. But we're kind of limited in the hardware issues here. So I think we'll just have to suck that one up and deal with it. So this one is called 64 dub 1 verb. Double 1 means the first dub of that particular patch. So if we do it again, it might be called 64 dub 02 microcosm, because it'll have microcosm instead of verb on it. But anyway, so here's a new Audacity file. So I'm going to dive right in and do it. Let's start the patch off by giving it just one voice to sing with here. And then dial the volume down. And I will be back in a moment. Microphone cutting out now.
Fading in and out the voices is kind of a cliche for me at this point. It's a crutch I rely on. But relying on a crutch is being repetitive. And that counts as practicing. Right. Ha ha ha. Oh well. The first and second voice almost sound like they are competing. But when the third voice fades in, they all find their space. Is it coincidence? Or karma? It might be ChatGPT. I'm not sure. These other tweaks are silly, but I make them anyway. Especially messing with the quantizer. That's risky. But I seem to have made it through. And after switching to the next variation of the patch, I basically tweak nothing. Just meditate. That's better. Sometimes. After a long meditation, I hit the blue cables so I could see where their knob settings were and then manipulated them a little, but to little effect.
Okay, and that's it for the 2 tracks of Confidence. Yeah, that's really a case where I'm perfectly fine with both takes, but when the second one came up, I just kind of let it run, and I think that's perfectly fine. Was sitting there listening to it, and what should I call this? I guess 53 plus 60 dub 01 verb. And I really don't mean this as a compliment to myself, but I was thinking how different this sounds from the ambient music I hear, like Eurorec, ambient YouTube videos, which have been so big since the last 3 years or so. It's not a compliment because the other stuff is better. Mine is sort of, it's got a lot more notes, and it's got a lot of almost like Buchla-like droning on bits. And whereas the stuff I hear, and I try to imitate it nowadays, but I don't really get that close to it. is more like individually held, tuned notes that change. The notes themselves change, but the tonality doesn't change as much. There's not as many filter sweeps or things like that, and there's a lot of clouds type reverb, of course. It's good stuff. It just doesn't sound like what I do, and I try to get there, and I don't. But maybe I've just been making my own ambient stuff my own way for too long, and when the new stuff comes around with different modules and different ways of coming at it, mine ends up somewhere else. Anyways, I'm not going to stress about it. It is what it is. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this. We'll be doing more dubdowns. We'll be getting to the effects pedals real soon. And yeah, thank you for tuning in. We'd love to see your comments or just subscribe if that's what you want to do. Appreciate everybody making it to church today on Sunday. So see you in the next stream. Peace.